Welcome to Arapahoe Community College's Allied Health Information Session. Here is a list of the allied health programs that are offered here at Arapahoe Community College. You can see there's quite a variety. For those of you wondering what allied health means, allied health positions are a healthcare position that is in a support position. For example, these positions would not include the physician or the pharmacist, but the medical assistant that assists the physician, as well as the pharmacy technician that assists the pharmacist, would be an allied health role. Today we will cover some healthcare labor market information. We will also let you know how to navigate my ACC portal as well as some of the allied health websites. We'll let you know some admission and graduation requirements, some points of contact, how to find your classes and use Degree Check, as well as the allied health programs application processes, because most of them do have a secondary application. At the end, we'll offer you a health career readiness assessment. The health career readiness assessment is to assist you in understanding your behavioral fit for specific healthcare jobs. It utilizes behavioral competencies that are most important for job success within a certain healthcare career, and it compares your behaviors to other healthcare employees for the important job competencies. Nationally, the healthcare practitioners and technical occupations group and healthcare support occupations are expected to add 3.5 million jobs in the U.S. between 2010 and 2020. The allied health programs offered at ACC are expected to have job increases ranging from 15 to 37% by the year 2020. And then if we go to even more of a local level, the Denver metro area recorded a 5.5% increase in healthcare and wellness job growth in 2015 alone. That is compared to 2.9% nationally. So in other words, the healthcare industry is booming at a national level as well as a local level. In case you're wondering why the healthcare industry is increasing and growing at such a fast pace, one of the biggest reasons is because of the baby boomers. As the population ages, demand for medical services will increase. Colorado is also becoming a medical tourism hub. Facilities are actually attracting patients from around the world. For example, at the Colorado Center for Reproductive Medicine, 2/3 of their patients come from other states and foreign countries. Colorado is also quickly becoming a magnet for wellness-related businesses and opportunities, and healthcare settings are being offered outside of the traditional hospital or doctor's office.
So academic advising, what do? We assist students with making an academic plan to move from their point A through to completion of the program requirements so you can move on to one of the jobs just mentioned a few minutes ago. When should you come and see us? The sooner the better. We love to see students as soon as they have applied to ACC and identified their interest in a healthcare program. Where are we located? We are located in the main building on the Littleton campus, second floor. One of the most important things to learn right away is learning to navigate the websites. Once you go into Future Students, A to Z Programs, and then you scroll down, let's say to Physical Therapist Assistant, you'll be brought to their main web page. The websites are designed to look very similar. You'll usually have the picture of the department chair in the right-hand corner, the link to the catalog page for the degree, some sort of advising sheet or information page, and then a series of buttons. These are for the secondary application process, which we will discuss a little later. The application process button will give you more or less a checklist, helping you to make sure you've completed everything needed in order to qualify to apply. There will also be a detailed program information packet usually with each of the programs. You should click into that and review it. It's very detail oriented and it will be very helpful for you to know all of the details up front as you begin your pursuit of these programs. So just to have another one to look at, this is a little bit shorter program. Emergency Medical Services is a certificate program. And again, you'll have the photograph of the department chair. You'll have the link to the catalog page for the program. If you scroll down for these programs, you'll see that each one of these classes becomes a link. If you click on the link, it will take you to the catalog page, which makes it easy for you to see the course description and any prerequisites required. For instance, anatomy and physiology will have several prerequisites. You'll have the course title, the credit value of the course, the course description itself, and then down here, prerequisites, Biology 111 with a grade of C or better, along with English 090, Reading 090, or a pre-college college composition and reading class with a C or better, and you have to be at college level math to qualify. So advising can also help you look up classes. You can look in the schedules and catalogs link on the main website, or if you're already a student, you can go ahead and sign into your MyACC account. You will need your student ID number and the password that you created. Once you have logged in, click on your student tab and then down on Lookup Classes. Once in Lookup Classes, you can go to the proper semester, select Fall 2016 in this case, and then Submit. You will then search for classes under the title of that class, so the subject title. Degree check is vitally important to student success. It can help you identify your graduation requirements, course requirements for your program, etc. So once you have opened your degree check, you will find up here are your test scores. It also identifies the program that you have declared as your major. In this case, our student Peanut Butter has declared personal trainer fitness instruction. At the bottom, you'll see that these are the course requirements. As Peanut Butter goes through their coursework, you will see these red boxes turn into green check marks, showing that the completion of that course. If you click on the links for the courses here, you will see a very general listing of the classes that are available for the current semester. It's not very detailed, but it can give you an idea when you're going through and scheduling. It also gives you the registration numbers for those courses so you can write them down, making it quicker to register for the next semester. The planner in Degree Check is designed for students to look at what they need and plan out their future semesters. So in this case, Peanut Butter has decided she's going to change her major to Health Information Technology. And for the summer of 2016, decided to take Computer Information Systems and English Comp 1. To go into this, we will edit the existing plan, add a semester, so the next one will be fall 2016. Then we will add some additional classes. So for the fall, she will take HIT 101 and HPR 178. Both classes are required for the HIT degree. Health Information Technology 101 and HPR 178 is medical terminology. Once you've decided on that semester, you can click on Save. You can plan out several semesters in advance. Health Information Technology students are required to make a plan for themselves in Degree Check. There's a video on the Health Information Technology website explaining exactly how to do that. Back under the Worksheets tab, if you are considering changing your major, you can always look to see how your courses will fall into that new major by clicking on the What If link on the left. Once you're here, you will choose a program type. So let's say Peanut Butter wants to change to Physical Therapist Assistant. We'll select the current year for that requirement, for that program. Scroll down to Physical Therapist Assistant, and then click on Process What If. And now it shows you the requirements of this new degree.
Most all of the allied health programs have a secondary application process, and you will need to provide the required documentation as outlined in the application. In addition, all of the allied health programs will require you to do a background check, a drug screen, and show proof of certain vaccinations. You will want to look on each of the website's pages in order to find out which particular documentation that you will need to provide. Most of the allied health programs have an electronic application, and that button was shown to you earlier. Another way to navigate to the health careers page, in case you are wanting to research all of the programs that are offered here at Arapahoe Community College, you would hover over Future Students, click on Academics, click the Medical and Nursing hyperlink, and this is going to bring up a list of all of the health programs that are offered here so that you can easily navigate from one to the other if you were doing comparisons. As was mentioned earlier, almost everything you need to know about Arapahoe Community College resides on our web pages and in the student portal. It is a good idea for you to get acquainted, at least a little, with both. College transcripts, degree check plans, and other required documents can be downloaded and submitted on the electronic applications. Once you submit your electronic application, someone from the department for which you applied will contact you. Again, please note that not all programs have an electronic application available at this time. That pretty much wraps up the information we wanted to provide to you today. If you would take a moment to take our feedback survey, that would be great. The survey will take you approximately 2 minutes to complete. Also, if you're interested in taking the Health Career Readiness Assessment, that link will be provided to you in a moment. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. I would recommend that when you are taking the assessment to answer the questions honestly. For example, you could answer the question in the quote correct fashion when asked if you have an issue with working on weekends, if you know that a position requires you to work on weekends, but if you would prefer not to work on weekends, then I would answer the question honestly. Here are your points of contact for academic advising and also for the Allied Health Department. And for those of you interested in completing that Health Career Readiness Assessment, here are the instructions. Go to www.starthcra.com. The username is ACC Survey. The password is Arapahoe. After you have completed the assessment, you will be emailed the results in the next coming business days with an explanation that will help you to read the results and explain what information is involved.
Thank you for your time today. Contact us if you have any further questions.